to the deep dive. Today we're jumping into something pretty controversial in gaming, crossplay.
Yeah, it's this brilliant idea on paper, isn't it? Letting everyone play together, PC, Xbox, PlayStation, sometimes even mobile folks, all in the same game.
Exactly. Great for finding matches, playing with friends on different systems, huge for accessibility.
And it's a big but. Based on everything we've looked at, competitively, it's, well, kind of a mess.
That's the paradox, right? You connect everyone socially, but then you smash together these, totally different ways of playing. Different hardware, different controls.
But then these systems were never really designed to be perfectly equal or even talk to each other smoothly in a high-stakes environment.
So our mission today is to dig into why. Why does the TC player almost always seem to have the upper hand in these crossplay fights?
We need to break down the inputs first, keyboard and mouse versus controller. That's fundamental.
And then the hardware side too, yeah. Like frame rates, optimization, all that stuff.
Exactly. Put it all together and see why achieving genuine competitive balance is, let's just say, really difficult.
Okay, let's dive in. Section 1, the input war.
Right, the moment... platforms, you've got this core battle. Keyboard and mouse KOM versus the gamepad, the controller.
And this isn't just about what feels comfy, is it? We're talking raw mechanical differences.
Oh, absolutely. It's foundational. KOM gives you incredible precision, super rapid response times. Think about FPS games, shooters, or even strategy games.
That mouse aiming.
That mouse aiming. Fine-tune the sensitivity, the DPI, right? And crucially, you can whip around 180s, even 360 degrees, almost instantly, someone flanking you. A quick flick of the wrist counters it.
That's a massive tactical advantage. You just can't do that smoothly on a controller stick.
Not at that speed and precision. It directly impacts things, quantifiable metrics that matter in competitive play.
Like time to kill, TTK, you mean?
Well, even before that, it affects the time to acquire target, or TTA. How fast can you get your crosshairs onto the enemy? With a mouse, especially at longer ranges, you can make tiny, precise adjustments very quickly. The thumbstick, it has limited travel, limited resolution. It's just physically harder to snap onto a small target fast.
So the PC player, assuming equal skill, just gets their sights on target quicker in most fights?
Pretty much. They have a mechanical head start. Now, KM is...
Yeah, it takes practice. And long sessions can be tiring, wrist strain, all that.
True. But the potential, the skill ceiling, is just much, much higher for competitive play.
Okay, so what about the controller then? What's its edge?
Comfort, mainly. Ergonomics for couch gaming. It's easy to pick up, accessible.
Everyone knows how to use one, basically.
Right, and the analog sticks, they do feel more natural for movement, for just walking around in the game world. Plus you get vibration feedback, which is a nice tangible bonus sometimes.
And hitting a target and feeling that rumble, yeah.
But the big drawback is that aiming sensitivity. It's just inherently lower, less precise.
Which brings us to aim assist. Developers know controllers are slower, so they add this helper mechanism.
Exactly. Aim assist tries to bridge that gap. It gives console players a bit of automatic tracking help when their reticle is near a target.
But based on what we're seeing in the sources, does it really level the playing field against a good KM player?
Honestly, not really. Not fundamentally. Aim assist is kind of like training wheels.
Yeah.
It helps smooth things out, compensates a bit for the lack of fine motor control with a thumbstick.
But it can't predict intent, right?
Precisely.
It is just fundamentally unfair competition.
That's the term used repeatedly. Input latency disparity. It creates an uneven playing field right from the start.
Which naturally leads to consequences. Real frustration and backlash from players who feel they're at a constant disadvantage.
Yeah, the feedback from console players in these mixed lobbies is pretty consistent and pretty negative.
What kind of things do they report?
Feeling like bots or target practice. Feeling like they bring, a knife to a gunfight, or as one source put it, a punch against the other side's sword.
Yeah.
Just feeling constantly out-aimed, outmaneuvered.
And not necessarily because they're less skilled, but because the tools are just different leagues.
Exactly. The mechanical ceiling is just lower on controller, compounded by the hardware limits. And then there's another huge issue that Crossplay drags into the console world. Feeling is just lower on controller, compounded by the hardware limits. And then there's another huge issue that Crossplay drags into the console world. Cheating.
Ah, yeah. Hackers. The sources mention this is way more prevalent on PC. Why is that?
It really comes down to the system architecture. PC is an open platform. It's much, much easier for cheat developers to create and run external programs. Question, is it worth it for the millions on controllers who might feel perpetually disadvantaged?
Social aspect smooth over that competitive frustration for you?